Okay guys, I am fixing to recreate one of my little stoves that I made out of a tin can, a coffee tin can, and turn it into a tin can rocket stove. There's lots of versions out there. They're pretty cool looking. I like the do-it-yourself type thing, and that's kind of why I do what I do. You know, kind of the backyard bushcrafter. And but anyhow, I am going to change it. I want to take you out there. I want to show you way it used to be and where we're headed to it with. So hang on, here we go. Okay, this is the original setup. It's a metal can, and I poked some holes in the bottom where it could breathe a little bit, and you can just throw some wood in there. Okay, this set on the bottom, I made these out of these little L brackets. Let me go grab one like this here. And I just took two of them and welded them together. This is the smaller ones. Here's the larger ones. But anyhow, the smaller ones, I just set this on top of it, like that. The larger ones I just set up here like that, with wood in there. Then you could cook or do whatever. Well, if your wood gets low and your food hadn't cooked yet, you've got to remove this to add more. You've got to remove the pot, you got to remove the bracket to get to the area where you got your wood. So I did look at a few online and got some ideas, and then I decided which size can do I want to go with. You know, this one I'd have to make sure that all the wood was small. You know, but even if I split some wood, it may still not be small enough. I may want a bigger fire. So then I decided, well, you know, I think I'm gonna go with this size here, right here, and do some more modifications. I'm gonna put this here, and then I want to cut a bigger hole down here, and then I want to tack weld this to the can, to the thin can. It's not easy to do, to tack weld it. You gotta be really, really, really careful. But tack weld this on there. And I probably will go ahead and tack weld this up here, where it becomes, it's all one vessel, all one thing. Okay? And you can enter your wood right here. I'm gonna cut this top out, take a can opener. It's gonna be the easiest part of the can opener. Cut this top out. But meanwhile, I've got to use a Dremel, this one here, and cut this hole, and then I got to cut this hole. And I'm going to go ahead and do that off camera, because, you know, anybody knows how to use a Dremel tool. If they got one, they should already know how. And then I'll get back with you. Okay, I cut out a smaller hole here. And the reason for that is, I'm still going to use the big can here. But I'm going to end up slotting around this. Slot it and bend them either in or out. It will help support the other can. Even though I'm still going to tack weld it on there. But it'll help support it in place. So that's where I'm at. I'm fixing to slit all these here, and then I'll get back with you. Okay, here we go. I cut the bottom hole, and I cut and slotted this hole, getting ready for this can here. Now this can, I took it in there to the can opener. Oops, way off camera now. This can, I took it in there to the can opener, and I only cut 3/4 of it around. I stopped here, I started here and stopped there. I'm gonna bend this part in, try to make a crease right here. That way to give the wood something to rest on maybe. And you know, it may be not a good idea that I can finish cutting it. I got my hands on the inside, kind of holding the back part with my fingers, and it's carefully pressing this in, hoping to get a good bend. Yeah, that's doable. That is doable. That's some good stuff too. But anyhow, now I got to try to bend these out, and I may have to do some more cutting. I have no idea. But they all got to get bent out. Let me get a pair of pliers. Trial and error. Well, maybe I can just... Let me get all these bent, and then I'll get back with you. Okay, I've got all them cut, and I'm starting to try to put the can in there, and it's a little tight in spots, so I'm kind of having to hammer these back a little bit with pliers. But I'm thinking I'm going to have to take the Dremel and cut down in here just a little bit, and where I can spread these back a little bit more on one side. That's what I'm fixing to do. I'm fixing to cut down in there and spread them back. And I always wear safety glasses, and I wear some kind of a mask where I don't breathe that stuff. Whatever stuff it is, I don't want to breathe it. We're in. It's in there. It is in there. I should have got rid of all that paper that's on there. Ah, I need to get rid of this paper too. Sometimes I just get overexcited. Sometimes I just get overexcited, not even thinking. I just jet off into it. You ever do that? Just kind of jet off into it. Yeah, I gotta get rid of all this paper. Let me get rid of this paper and I'll get back with you. This is some thin stuff. It's not easy to weld. I may have to try different tactics in order to weld it, but it is weldable. The way this camera's set up, it's hard for me to tell if the battery's gone dead. But I've got the top and the bottom welded. That's the top. Now I'm working on this tin can stuff, and I got one little bit right there done. This stuff here is going to be really tedious to weld because this is thinner than this up here. This is a little thick metal right here along that edge and along this edge. And I can bridge over from this thick metal to that thick metal and makes it easier to weld. But this real thin stuff, it is not easy to do at all. But it's got to happen. It's got to happen. Here we go. There it is. It's welded on there. Just little bitty tacks. I burned through right there and there and there, but not that many. Well, there's another small one there. And the only way I could fix those is take some wire, like this coat hanger wire, and use it as a rod with the wire welder and fill those spots in. It is doable, but no more than I got on there. I'm gonna leave it alone. I'm gonna say that's it. It is ready to go try out. All right, this is a update. I believe it's gonna be the last one on this one. I had to make some changes here, as you can already see. Where I had this welded up there, I couldn't get my... It was hard to build a fire that way. You know, you can put your long stuff in here, yeah, but it was hard to build a fire, so I cut the welds loose, but I made these little slots for this to fit down in. And then I made an extra little slot on one of them right here, and an extra slot here where I know where this lines up at. Okay? That's one of the upgrades. Another one is I put a grate in the bottom. I put a grate in the bottom. And the last upgrade here is I extended a little piece of metal here out because this was overbalanced. From this weight right here, it would keep trying to shift down. And now it sits real still. This will pop in place. Just like that. And it's there. Okay, I'm not going to try it out right now. I'm going to wait until we get on the trail, and then I will crank this baby up. I've already had a fire in it. It's doing pretty good. But yeah, we'll get out on the trail and I'll crank it up again, and we'll cook something. We'll cook something and enjoy our time, and I'll tell you a few stories. Talk to you later, guys. Have a good day. Bye. So I'll see you on that journey. Later. That's it, guys, for this adventure. I'll see you on the next one. Viewing the video, or giving us a like, or subscribing makes us want to bring on a little more entertainment. Don't you agree?